Okay, so we're back. So the next thing we're going to do is paint our ears and horn. And to do that, you're going to get some vodka. Any clear vodka or spirit, whatever you want to use. Or you can use lemon juice. I'm sorry, not lemon juice. Lemon extract. You want to get your cavity and pour that in there. Where are your paintbrush? Get your paintbrush, of course. And then put your silver in another cavity. I don't know, I just do mine this way. I don't know why. Actually, you don't have to do it that way. I'm going to pour a little bit of the vodka in the dust mixture and mix it around. And then you can start painting your horn. Want to make sure you get all in between the crevices of your fondant. Don't leave any white spaces. And you should get a smooth finish. I would suggest you have on gloves during this period. For those of you who don't have on gloves, you should have on gloves during this. You don't have to paint the bottom of this horn because it's going to be on the apple. Getting the size of it. And then you can wait till the front and the sides dry, and then you can go ahead and paint the back. I always paint the back. That's just my preference. You're gonna get the silver all over your hands, which is okay. You want to make sure you have a smooth finish here on your horn. You don't want to see the streaks of the paint. And just lay it on your paper to dry. Let's do that one more time. Once I put the first coat on, I like to go the direction of where the fondant is going for a smooth finish. To me, I learned that helps takes the streaks away from your brush. All right. Now, we're going to go to the ears. We're going to paint only the inside of the ear. Where we had the ball tool is, that's the only thing you want to paint. like that. I'm using my tweezers here to pick this up because I noticed, there is silver, all over my hands. So I don't want to corrupt the rest of the white. This one kind of lost its shape when I touched it. And we're going to leave these to dry. And there's our second ear. Here's the other two ears I did. We're going to paint it. I'm doing this in an upward motion because I pinched the bottom. Like that. And then the last set of ears, we're going to do those in gold. Want to make sure your inner ears, the silver that you're painting, make sure they're even by taking a look at both of them together. All right. So we're going to sit these over here to dry. It won't take long for that to dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the gold one, and I'll be right back. I'm going to get my hands cleaned up before I go to the next step. Okay, y'all, the next thing we're going to do is our flowers. I'm going to show y'all how to use the mold. You get a flower mold and your fondant. I'm using a light blue color. You want to make sure your fondant is flush to the mold. So you just take a little piece, push it flat in there. If you still see edges on there, you just keep adding little pieces at a time until you see that it's almost to the top and that it's flush to the mold. You don't want to have excess fondant over your mold. If you can take your finger and go straight across flat like that, that means your fondant is in your mold even. Then you just want to flip it out like so. Just bend it back, and there's your perfect flower. I made up many of these already. Some of these are chocolate and some of them are fondant. This one is a fondant one. And I believe my yellow is a chocolate one. See the difference? I don't know if y'all can see the difference, but I can tell the difference in person. But when you're doing this, as you're doing this with me, you can see the difference and you can tell which one is chocolate and which one is fondant. How we're going to secure these to our apple is with the white chocolate. We're just going to place a little bit on the back of your flower and place it as so on your apple as you prefer them. These I made up earlier for the time's sake of my video because I didn't want to be doing this on camera. So as I just showed you all, you just put a little bit of your fondant inside of your mold. little bits at a time, putting it in there. And you just go across it as you flatten it out in your mold. Make sure it's no prints of your finger or whatever on the back of the flower. And then you just simply push it out. And there's your flower. Now I don't need these because I already made up a lot of them, but that was just for demonstration. All right, so now we're just waiting for the ears and the horns to dry, which should be any minute. Let me go check on them and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back with our apples. I'm going to have to start without my horn and ears right now, but I kind of know where I'm going to place them, but they're still drying. I should have had some prepared already, but I did not. But that's okay. I found my sticks. I do not have a gold one right now, so although I painted the ears and the horn gold, that's okay. But you all know, get the picture where you're supposed to, what you're supposed to have. And I was supposed to dip. You don't have to, but I normally do and I prefer it, but I didn't have them by me at the moment. But I normally dip with my straws on there, but since I didn't, you can just simply slide your straw onto your stick like that and push it down into your chocolate some. And this, then push it down enough and it'll hold in there. All right, so you want to reheat your chocolate back up as I did. And then you want to see which side you want to place to be the front. I'm going to move these out of my way. And I'm going to work with one apple. I know my horn, I'm going to have it up against my straw when I do get it. When I say up against the straw, I'm just going to put it up against it and glue it with some chocolate. And put the chocolate on the back of the horn so it can stick to the stick. So I'm going to start off with my first flower here, the big one. And I'm going to put it in the front. Didn't bring over my spoon I want to dip in here with. I'll just take my ball tool here, put some chocolate on the back of it, and just place it on your apple. Leave some room for your horn back there. And it should stick right on as that one just did. See? And then you just dress your apple up how you want. Trying to get this chocolate off of my hand. My big one, I'm going to go in with the medium-sized purple ones on the side of that big one. Put some chocolate on the back. And stick it on your apple and hold for a few seconds. And you can let it go. I'm going to do the same thing again. I know my ears are going to go directly right here, so I'm not going to fill in that space just yet. Looking for my tiny yellow ones. There we go. And my tiny blue ones. And you could just play around with your apple and see where you want to place things before you even put the chocolate on the back. And then you'll just fill up your apple. If you feel like you don't have a steady hand, you can take the back of your ball, dip a little bit in there, and dab it on your apple directly. And then place your flour there. Once I put my horn and ears on, then that will let me know where else I want to place it. You can even bring your I don't even know what's the top of the unicorn called. Y'all help